Yeah. All right. I'm ready now, Mom. Okay, your mom and dad they had all of the kids in Kennewick, Pasco. And Grandma lived on Nez Perez. Well, they both did, yeah.
Well, you're way ahead of me.
Start over.
Just remind me.
My mother's parents was born in Copenhagen, Denmark. And they come to the United States. They didn't know each other at the time. And they ended up in San Francisco, I guess. And that's where they met in 1910. I think that's when they came over. Probably on the same boat. I don't
Really?
know.
Wow.
And then they moved to Gifford, Idaho, apparently. And that's where my mother was born, in Gifford, Idaho, in 1911, December 7th. And Mom was the oldest. They had my aunt, Mom's sister, was born, I don't remember what year she was born. And then my uncle, Egan, he was the youngest. He was born in 1950.
Did I meet him, Mom? I remember him.
Yeah.
I do. I remember Uncle Egan.
Wonderful man.
Yeah, he did seem good.
My dad was born in Red House, West Virginia, in December 24th, 1916. And when he was 10 years old, the Greens decided that they wanted to move out here to the west. So my grandpa, Dad's dad, was a mail carrier, and he actually traded with another mail carrier from out here. They traded places. So my grandpa came out with his family, and they settled in Pasco.
Boy, can't imagine what that looked like then. Just a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, at that time.
Anyway.
And then and so they moved there, so then how did Grandpa and Grandma meet?
Mom was working in a packing house, and Dad, he worked in dairy, but he delivered milk, so I guess that's probably how they met. And
I bet he was handsome. I bet he was really handsome.
He was. He used to ride his horse to a little town up
by Pasco, Washington.
Yeah.
You mean there was more towns around there by then? Really?
Very little.
Yeah.
I can't remember
I bet
the
he
name
was
of it.
really handsome. I bet.
He would ride his horse up there, and they'd pick hops. He was good with horsemen. He had horses all.
Always through his whole life. He always.
Yes, and when he was in West Virginia, and the family was going to move out here, they actually lived in Ohio, before they moved out here. And my dad didn't want to come because he had to leave his horse back there. And my dad's cousin, she had horses, so Dad wanted to stay with her instead of coming out here. And Dad came out with the family, and well, since he was 10 years old or whatever, he had his own horse. He worked on dairy,
Yeah, he was definitely a horseman.
definitely a farmer.
So then they met in Tri-Cities or Pasco. They met there,
Kennewick, I believe,
and they
because
got
Mom,
married, and then how did you get to Walla Walla? Or
where Dad worked at Rankin's Dairy, Mr. Rankins, in 1944, sold out his dairy farm and moved to Walla Walla. And he
oh,
wanted Dad to come up here. And he found a place for Dad to live with his 5 kids.
wow.
And
And what did Walla Walla look like? Probably a little.
yeah, it was,
Nothing.
well, that was 1944.
Yeah. What a trip.
You would have been about 8 or 10.
No, I wasn't in school. I was about, well, I couldn't go to school until I was 7, so I didn't get to go to school that year that we moved up here in 44.
Here we go.
Okay.
And then here's that, and then I'll be back with your mashed potatoes